Afternoon, wine lovers. Back here with another instalment from the Aussie Wine Lover. Okay, I've been watching a bit of YouTube lately, checking out wine videos and so forth. I've found a lot of the wine videos are a few years old, or mostly all done by sommeliers. Whether they really are sommeliers or whatever, who knows. But they speak a language which the majority of us Aussies who drink wine are just like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And yes, a lot of us wine drinkers are educated. There's a few that aren't, whatever. But we, as a majority in Australia, we love to drink our wines as long as it tastes good. That's the main thing. As long as it, agrees with our palate and we enjoy it, we don't care. So it could be anything from an $8 bottle of Colonel Merchant Shiraz Cab, or it could be a $20 bottle of Peter Lehmann Grenache. We have a lot of different wines in Australia, as we know, whether you go to any bottle shop, particularly the standalone bottle shops, whether Dan Murphy's, BWS, Liquorland, Steve's Liquor, any of those, we have a huge selection of wines to choose from. And it's so hard. How do you tell where do you start with wine? You've got so much choice. And to be honest, there's no real way to start. A lot of people can say, oh, just stick with one region. Whether it's the Barossa Valley, Clare Valley, Coonawarra, whether it's the Hunter Valley in New South Wales, somewhere in Victoria, somewhere in Tasmania, Margaret River. There's so many different regions to choose from. Where do you start? I honestly, in my opinion, I would say start with the regions best known for the type of wine you want to try and get into. So if you want to get into Shiraz, you obviously got your region like Barossa Valley. You want to get into Cab Sav, maybe go the Coonawarra way. You want to get into your Grenache, McLaren Vale. They have some outstanding ones at the moment. Your Shiraz Cabs, they pop up left, right and centre. Your blends and all that sort of thing. Your Pinot Noirs as well. There's some good ones coming out of a lot of different areas. I found a great one from New Zealand. The Kamana, that's fantastic. Pinot Noir. But it really comes down to your flavour. Do you like something that's got a bit of bite to it? Do you like something that's mellow but it's full of flavour? Or just mellow and elegant right through? You can get all these different sorts of wines for under $30. The majority of videos I'm looking at on YouTube, they're trying to flog you off bottles of wines and Chardonnays and Shirazes and all that, starting off $70, $80 a bottle. You don't need to spend that much for a good bottle of wine. You just look at the Bremerton wines. Bremerton Coulthard, Cab Sav, or the Bremerton Selkirk Shiraz, $27 a bottle each. I believe if you go onto online, you can actually get them for around $24. So under the $30 mark, which is where I like to try and focus, is a great place to look for wines. If you're going under the $10 mark, then you're pretty much getting what you pay for most of the time. And I have to stress that most of the time, because there are some out there that are actually pretty good. For instance, today we've got a little bit of a different sort, as we usually do. We usually have the Cab Sav on one side and the Shiraz on the other. Today we've got a Shiraz Cab, which is Colonel and Merchant. It's a bit on the lighter side for a Shiraz Cab, but it's still nice, almost ruby dark. It's nice, not the we care about the colour, as I've said before. We just want to see if it tastes good. That it does. For an $8 bottle of wine we picked up from BWS. That is a very nice Shiraz Cab. It's mellow. It's tasty with dark fruit flavours. That's fantastic. I would get another bottle of that. Light on the tannins. It's only got the slight dryness to it. That's a rather lovely bottle of wine for only $8. That you could probably, I believe, would actually go better with more of a pork dish, I believe. You got your darker reds, whether it's the straight out Shiraz or Cab Sav, with the stronger flavours that would go better with the steak, but that's a bit lighter on flavour, it's a bit more mellow. It's almost refreshing. You could very much have that with a nice pork dish. It'd go quite well with it, I believe. Or even enjoy it with a salad that has some sort of nice dark vinaigrette with it. That'd be lovely. Beautiful. And then on this side, we've got the Peter Lehmann Grenache. Once again, very mellow. But it's got a lovely little, it's almost like a slight sweet, dark fruit flavour there, a bit of plum. You almost get a hint of raspberry in there as well. Very lovely wine. A bit higher on the tannins. That's a bit more of a medium tannin wine, that one. So it dries out quite a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. But I'd rank that about a medium tannins on that one. Once again, $20 usually on average around most bottle shops for the Peter Lehmann Grenache. If you don't mind that slight dryness, the flavour is absolutely beautiful. It's lighter, once again being a Grenache. But very enjoyable. See, something like that would be nice for a barbecue. I'd quite enjoy sipping on that while having, some barbecued sausages or hamburgers or anything like that. That would be quite lovely to sip on while having a barbecue. As I said, this one here, the Colonel Merchant Shiraz Cab, which we found at BWS for only $8. That'd be lovely with the roast pork. The roast pork or a roast chicken with a nice seasoning on the chicken. That would go really lovely with it. And being summer, you have like your roast chicken or your roast pork and you have nice little salad with whether it's a balsamic vinaigrette or something like that. That would go fantastic with that. And also you could even do a fish. You know how you do the little lemon spice seasoning on your fish? That would go really nice. So when people say red wine's for red meat, white wine's for white meat, not all the time. No, definitely not. You can definitely have red wine with white meat. You can definitely have white wine with red meat. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. And it all comes down to your own personal palate. If that's what you enjoy, then that's what you enjoy. The Peter Lehmann Grenache, as I said, I think that'd be fantastic for a barbecue. That would go really nice with some barbecued meat. Maybe not your brisket, but more your lighter meats like your sausages and your barbecue hamburgers, that sort of thing. That would go really nice. So you got two good choices there. So whether you want to go that $8 one for your roast pork night, fantastic, or roast chicken, as I said, or you got your $20 one for that weekend barbecue. Both fantastic wines, both worth getting again. I wouldn't hesitate getting either one of them again. But being me and being the fact that I like to try all different sorts of wines, I probably won't get another one of them again for quite a while because I've got a lot of wine to go through yet. I'm trying to just stick with the more commonly known ones that I can get at my work and my wife can get at her work. Just so we can say these are easy enough to get, they're available. Whether you got any of the big bottle shops in your area, a lot of them stock them, whether it's whether you, as I've said, BWS, Liquorland, Dan Murphy's or Steve's Liquor, most of them stock them. Apart from that one, I've only seen it in BWS. Might be able to get it at Dan Murphy's, I'm not sure, or Liquorland. But that one I've pretty much seen in every single bottle shop. So very accessible. And my advice would be, check around. If you've got multiple bottle shops in your area and they all stock them, look for the specials. That's my way to go. I'm very thrifty. I like to look at all the bottle shops and see I can get it for the cheapest at this one. I'm going there. Always like to save myself a couple of dollars in that aspect. A lot of wines around, they can be harder to get, but I also check online too. Unfortunately, my favourites, the Bremerton boys, the good old Cab Sav, the Bremerton Coulthard Cab Sav, and the Bremerton Selkirk Shiraz. We can get the Shiraz in town at the moment, but we can't get the Cab Sav. So it's an online job, that one. But they are absolutely magnificent wines, and for any occasion. I don't care whether you're going to drink it for an every night drinker, whether you're going to have it for a barbecue, a party, whatever. Bremerton, remember that name, fantastic. But as for these two, as I said, roast pork, roast chicken, fantastic. Barbecue, awesome. That's been another great episode for us. I hope you got some ideas. And I get the fact that you like to, if you're like me and you like to, look on YouTube and see what people think of this wine and that wine and so forth. Everyone has different views on different wines. And I've seen a lot of people who have gone to wineries and done, video tours and all that sort of stuff of wineries, and then they try their wines and they always say they're all fantastic. You don't ever see someone doing a winery tour somewhere with the head producer or whatever, and say, "Oh, your wine's crap." I'd be interested to see something like that. I think it'd be quite funny. Everyone has personal taste. Just because you're at a winery and you're at a cellar door trying their wines doesn't mean you have to go, "Oh, that's absolutely amazing," if you don't like it. It's like, you don't like it, you don't like it. Try something else. It's, I don't know, it'd be rude to do it on video, but honest opinion. And then you got your sommeliers who, they love the complexity of wines and they love the textured layers and all this sort of stuff. The majority of people who drink wine honestly don't care about all that crap. They just want to know if it tastes good. And these are two wines that taste good on an $8 scale and a $20 scale. You want wine? Listen to people who actually drink wine on a nightly basis. When I say that, it's like one glass a night. And that's not even every night. So you want to hear opinions from people who actually enjoy certain wines. At my job, I get to talk to people about wines every day. You know, I find someone who's been drinking Pepper Jack, whether it's, you know, the Pepper Jack Shiraz, for instance, and they're like, oh yeah, but I want to try something different. I'd say, well, if you want something a bit different at my work, you can lower the price a bit, and you can give the St. Hallett Black Clay Shiraz a go. $14 to $16 a bottle. Why not? You just saved yourself $10. What do you got to lose? You know, you can go over the Cab Sav side, you can do the same thing, or you got the Driftwood. Fantastic. Well, this has been a fantastic video. I've enjoyed doing this. These are two fantastic wines. Alright, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Have a good one.